It's week 1 of the National Football League, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Jags and the Lions on EA Sports.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Detroit Lions. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Ford Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And here's Robinson again on second down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. On third down, Lawrence. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Lions will take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Swift. Oh, nice move. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run. It's Oliver. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They will run straight ahead with Swift. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Off play action. Jennings. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A very solid gain of 27.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Lawrence picked by his former teammate at Clemson, Andrew Booth. And the Lions are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They go play action here on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Swift going to try up the middle.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
But they've been fighting and scratching and clawing for that first sack in the game, and it turns out to be a big one. Not just a short one right there behind the line. First one they get, 10-plus yards on the guy who has the legs to escape most of these.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
And Aiken with it over the middle. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, here's Etienne.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
The Lions offense set to take over.
And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
They begin the drive with Robinson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll run again here with Robinson.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Robinson will try to pick it up.
Now this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
If you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football, and that really hurts you as an offense.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. To throw on third down, Jennings.
That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jennings. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I believe a Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Throwing on third and long. Jennings. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown!
Ross St. Brown.
52 yards.
And the Lions post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
Lawrence will throw.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Now whistles here. And I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
And the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Again, it's Robinson.
And they'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
The Jaguars on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he goes out right around the 39. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the first first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. On the return is Williams. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
To throw on 2nd down, Jennings. And he rifles one incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Jennings. He's airing it out for Williams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Wow.
The point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Caught by Jones. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line.
And Detroit back in possession of the football.
It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that can really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On the run, it's Oliver. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go again with Oliver. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And now the up man has it. It's a fake, and he will not make it. They stop him short of the first down.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just notice special teams coordinators rallying the team saying, watch the fake, but Brandon, don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it, and they were ready for it and stopped it.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
On 2nd down, Lawrence.
From right side is going to be caught by Kirk.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Here's Logan Cook now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates.
He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. Hits a first down as well.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run it here with Oliver. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jennings. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jennings. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a man open Zipping down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Dancing to his left.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. Tolbert. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They'll look to throw again.
They'll find Williams on the slant. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Off play action. Jennings. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Daniel Bellinger.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Now the try here for the point after. And it is now 21-0. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays.
And it was finished off with a touchdown by Daniel Bellinger.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
Aiken able to bring it in. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
On 1st down, Lawrence
completes it to Evan Ingram. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
He'll get that underneath ETN.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Sanders' kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And it's the Packers who have the lead as that game approaches halftime. The Packers playing well in their opener, trying to send their sellout crowd home happy. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. A couple of touchdown strikes there from Justin Fields. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Lions, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Jameson Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. A partner, he has carried them in this ballgame throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. Plays. I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. It is fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On play action, Lawrence. He'll air this one out for Kirk. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 47 yards. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's a carry for Oliver. Good move at the 30. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Will also be gone. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now a play fake here on first down.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Oliver, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. On 3rd down, Jennings. And that is incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now out come the Jags.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Robinson with another carry.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 47 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
His throw's going to be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Catch left side here by Aiken.
And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Robinson.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. On 3rd down, Lawrence.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Zay Jones.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars get a bit closer.
Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Time for another look at this Lions offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
They run, it's Oliver. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 21.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he will have a Jaguars first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. Takes it to about the 37.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Lawrence.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking downfield for Jones. It's caught inside the 25.
And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line.
A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 48 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. This will be caught at about the 5. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped it.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
And they'll run with Etienne.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Good job there defensively to push him back on 1st down. I'm not sure if this is 4-down territory or not because they can kick the field goal and get it back within a score, but you know that's not what they're thinking right now. A field goal has to be their last option.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down.
Completed pass brings up a fourth down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? What do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, fourth quarter, you're going. The kick by Sanders is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jennings. Dances by at the 20. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fielded just inside the 30. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Robinson on a give right side. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Here's Robinson again on 2nd down.
Holding, offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Robinson up the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From midfield now, Lawrence. And able to find Aiken, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. A give left side to Robinson.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding. Offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Now Lawrence.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. He's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. From the shotgun, Lawrence.
This will be caught just inside the 10. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. A little clear out. Hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff up the middle. Oliver. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
73 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Operating from the gun, Jennings. Forced out to his left.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jennings.
He'll find Williams on the slant.
Touchdown, Detroit!
Jameson Williams with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout. And that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
The Jaguars getting set to go.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Lawrence.
Aiken able to bring it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Lawrence will throw.
This one brought in by Aiken.
And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
And he comes back with one complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14.
Lawrence.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here's Lawrence.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Back to throw, Lawrence.
Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And they're going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. On the run, it's Oliver. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jennings. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked by Chad Muma. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars.
Down by 7. A little over a minute to go. How costly of an interception will that be? It's time to find out. 1st and 10. That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see. Finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler. But again, just 1 yard out of it. A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yes, multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Sanders on for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play.
Williams to return. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Pass complete. It's Hockenson.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Taken at the goal line.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
You think back to halftime, they were close to being written off. They faced the deficit, and now here's we begin overtime. They're one drive away from a comeback victory.
Think about where they started and how far they've come back from. And look, you and I both know that when we talk with coaches, most of the time they don't say that momentum is something that factors into how they coach a ball game, because they say each game is its own entity. But within a game, I think they all believe in momentum, and they certainly have it going on their direction right now. Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Oh, good move. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Handoff now to Robinson.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. And Aiken with it over the middle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. With that, he's up to 160 yards receiving now for the ball game. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to them. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again here with Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Sanders' kick is good, and they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
So out now come the Lions.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? The overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back and keep everything in front.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
A gain of a yard on the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jennings. He's airing it out for Williams. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating, because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. but the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Looking to throw. Jennings. Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
2 minutes on the clock in overtime in a 3-point ball game.
On 4th down, Jennings. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.